I bet this is the easiest to level up.
Welcome to OFB FPL, your place for premium FPL content.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. You know, it's the first show of the season, of the brand new season that's coming up. Welcome back to the frustration. Welcome back to the headaches. Welcome back to. But we here for a reason because we know we love it. We know we love it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
So I hope you all having a good time so far with picking your teams and whatnot. Trust me, it's been really hard.
For sure.
Trying to pick players from my main team really pretty long. That's why it's all over the place. So it's going here with the different drafts and everything.
Correct. The thing current phase. You got about 20 draft teams.
Boy, right now I have a team that I think I'm content with. But it's all good. It's all good. So guys, we're doing it differently this year. So normally we will show off our teams and whatnot. We not do that anymore. What we have is just one main team. And we're gonna stick with that one main team. So it's a joint team, and we're gonna stick with that going through the season. And you always see how the team does and our transfers and whatnot throughout the season. So stage the team, it basically all I do is press autofill and leave it as is. We cannot draft, it cannot nothing. Right? And FPL is Friday. So you know what we're gonna do now.
we had a brainstorm.
Yeah, so let me share that team there. Let me share my screen. Right. So we're up on it there. Right. So there's the team. Well, I will have to, as I tell you, all I do is press auto. Right. And it even have men in this team I want to keep right now.
Yeah, but this team really autofill.
Hey, sometimes when you press autofill, you get men who you want already. There's not the case here. There's not the case here. Although Perisic there is not bad. It's not bad pick, eh? Yeah, it's not bad pick. But we'll see how it goes. So let me clear out this team. Transfers. I listen out. That 5.5 keepers, yes, then we could go. All right, I get them. All right, so that is it. Everybody out.
Right.
And then you know how we start.
Mm.
We make sure 2 main men in the team going forward all the time. And I Trent.
We don't know who that is. Trent and Salah.
Right, Trent and Salah. Right? For sure, because you know who is game one captain, right? So talking to the other fellows on the podcast, the other hosts, they had some must-haves, right? Sorry that they couldn't be here today, so everybody could have, brainstorm on
one time.
Yeah, bring up Yuan, bring up Vic,
Timmy.
Renzo, Timmy. Yeah. Sorry, you all couldn't make it today, but we're here to hold it on. So yeah. So the overwhelming pick. So let me change this from total points to team selected by, right? The overwhelming pick for forwards right now, the most owned forward in the game is Gabriel Jesus at 73%. Wow. The dog was 60-something the other day, Dan. Wow. So we had to put this guy in the team just because of his ownership. Yeah, because if this guy holds in him week 1 against Crystal Palace, pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have 5 points we lose it. So he's just going straight in. Right. I know we said earlier in the chat that we will go in with between Alan and Kane. Right. I know. Well, I lean towards Kane. right?
Yeah,
Because
I also like Kane as well. And
yeah,
100 soul on Haaland. Not saying that he wouldn't score goals, but I kind of concerned as to how quickly he will hit the ground running. You know, he might score one goal, but you
yeah,
know, is that multiple goals we will be looking for every
yeah.
game?
And then even in the Community Shield, he kind of look like
Yeah,
he don't belong in the squad yet now. Like
correct. And
he
no
need to
Pep
figure out
system will
himself.
take a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, Pep system is a unique system.
yeah,
I'm actually surprised at how low Kane ownership is. I thought a lot
yeah,
more people would
yeah.
have
Would have had them
gravitated.
into because
Yeah,
and it's because Spurs ended the season on a high.
right.
Yeah,
And
and
not only
where
that,
that yeah.
Kane started the season poorly for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And once it is that he kind of bought in and realized, hey, this con could coach, but he can't know what he's doing, whatever. And you see he
Mm-hmm.
bring in players and those players have instant impact. I
Mm-hmm.
think Kane will be even more fired up to play for Con this season.
Yeah.
So I really surprised people and really go behind him. But that could be a good for me.
Yeah, true. Because we all know for sure that Conte gonna start Kane, right? And yeah, and the first game is Southampton done, right? The first game is Southampton. Southampton who can't right now trying out a new formation because they're playing 3-5-2, right? So we know they're gonna have little like a tedium period where they as they're getting accustomed to the system. So I think Keane is a must have, even though the second game is Chelsea, but Chelsea are not kind of shaky right now. So Kane must have.
Mhm.
So all right. So now that we have the must haves in our team, that is only must haves or
Um, I know men were looking at a City asset, so either
mm-hmm.
Cancelo or Walker was the suggestion.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I mean, Cancelo had a great season last year. Chances are he's going to duplicate that again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it depends on what else we're trying to do with the team because Cancelo is like what 7 million,
Yeah. He is really expensive.
and Walker is 5 million. Who may not give you as much goal and assist, but
Mm-hmm.
at least for sure you'll get a clean sheets. You know, maybe the odd assist here and there.
Yeah,
Very very odd
because
goal.
I was talking to Vic yesterday, and he was showing me his team and whatnot, and he was studying as a theater too, and I was like, "But Vic, is Ake going to back up? Ake going to play with Diaz until September? Because Laporte out and Stones out." He's like,
Right.
"What?" He was like, "Well, look how I'm not touching them. I'm not touching them at all." Because he was studying Walker the same way.
Right.
So let me show that which one. Yeah, so he was studying Walker the same way. Good afternoon, Jordan.
Hello.
We are currently picking the UFB team for the season,
All
right?
right.
So I know you could probably give you a little input here and there. So yeah, so we were talking about Walker, right, Jordan? Studying to have if we should have a City asset, a City defender in the team, knowing that Diaz centre back partner is going to be Ake until September. So what do you think about that?
Yeah. I mean, I am always against City players, but I think that there should be a City defender in there for sure.
So who will be your person, Walker or Cancelo?
I'd probably go with Cancelo.
All right. Sage, what do you think?
Mm,
Cancelo or Walker? I mean, if we put Cancelo in, we could always see how the rest of money goes.
right. Yeah. That's just my concern. If we go Cancelo,
Yeah,
it'll be kind of tight moving forward. You gotta sacrifice maybe in midfield, but it does have some good budget midfield players. So maybe
yeah.
we could really go for Cancelo.
All right, cool. I mean, this team most likely would be final,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we should have done this draft much earlier. But time must go. we could always sit down and talk to the guys and see how they like it, and we'll post it up on our Twitter page before 12 o'clock on Friday. Right. So where you wanna now that we have the must-haves, where you want to touch first, defense or midfield?
You could probably follow the midfield.
All right.
So a lot of people going for Nico Williams as a budget defender. So I think we could throw him into the team.
Well, I actually have Nico Williams in my team, and he's a starter.
Yeah.
Right. You're same midfielder. So we don't start the defense. So let finish up the defense. All right. So we need two other defenders. What you looking at for the defenders?
I'm not really looking at any Chelsea assets right now, although I do have a Chelsea asset in my team. But
yeah, I have Rich James.
I have Rich James as well. But I don't really sold a Chelsea defenders right now. I was actually looking at maybe Saliba. I find he was pretty solid. I think he's gonna actually take Ben White's spot.
You think he's gonna start?
I feel he's gonna start, and I feel he might start White at right back. And I think once he start that first game and continue to start, I think he gonna take White spot.
But let me do you one more, right? I like Cash. I find Aston Villa first set of fixtures until
Aston Villa get some good fixtures.
Are really nice. Right, those first two fixtures are winnable for Aston Villa. Crystal Palace might be and West Ham might be a little shaky, but up until game week 4, you can even say game week 5 because I mean at the end of the day, yes, Arsenal look good in preseason, but it's Arsenal. So I like Cash or probably even Digne for the first set of fixtures. What do you all think?
I like Cash as well.
Yeah, so we could put Cash in.
Yeah, we could put Cash
at 5 million. All right. Well, let me leave that last defender spot for later. Let me touch the midfield because we go see how that last defender spot for you know, because you know ways for money. Yeah. Right. So midfielders.
I see. We were talking, and I already suggested that I think Martinelli should be in your midfield.
Yeah, I like Martinelli too. And versus Sevilla, Arsenal played. Let me just pull out. 2 seconds. The Sevilla, Arsenal played a 3-5-2. And on top was Martinelli and Jesus. Which I really like.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, because so what they did, let me show you real quick. I'm gonna get back to the team after. Stop screen. No, don't do that. So back to it after, but this was the formation against Sevilla when they won 6-0. Right? So Saka was playing at wing back, which still will suit him because he'll be better on down. When you see back three, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel,
and
Zinchenko played left wing back. So if this formation stays, I don't know if it's something probably he was trying out.
Mm-hmm.
But if this formation stays, Gabriel Jesus becomes even a nicer asset, you know, because in that game, even though he didn't score, he had 2 assists. And I think if he playing closer to goal, the goals will come.
Yeah.
So what you all think?
For sure, I agree.
Yeah. So it's really a nice. He's really a nice pick, and he's not too expensive. At 6 million, I think he can't go wrong.
Yeah, he can't go wrong there at all.
And then if something goes wrong, you could either move him on turn next 6 million asset now because let's say he was like 5.5 or 5.0, you would have to go and find the extra money or take a -4, to transfer him out. But at 6.0, he's perfect value where you could either go to Bruno Guimaraes or you could go to whoever else at 6 million gap. Let's change the pricing so you can see the price. Hold on, let's change it to midfielders only. So yeah, at that 6 million price bracket, we actually have Smith Rowe. We have
I think Lingard is on.
Riviera, Pulisic. Well, all of these guys didn't start, but Bruno, Lingard, Benrahma, So it has options. It has options we could try to go to if if it doesn't work out, or you could even go wrong to Ramsey or anybody around that 5.5, 6 million bracket. So I think Martinelli is a really good pick. I have Martinelli in my team actually right now. So yeah. So all right. So we have Martinelli in. You are 3 other spots to fill.
I have a question though.
You ready? Yeah? Go ahead now.
Why does everybody have Pedro Neto in their team?
Because he had a good preseason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. And before he got injured, he was a really good. He had a really good run, a really good run. So people are kind of reminiscent on that, and plus the good preseason, and plus he's 5.5. So
yeah, price.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. What happened? You like Pedro Neto?
No, I never said that. I was just wondering.
Well, we don't have to put him in this team. I have him in my team. And then we'll kind of change the formation too. So we'll playing a 40 back now. So yeah, thanks man, Brandon. So yeah, so let me move on to the other spots. So we all thinking we have 38 million again. We have 8 players. We need 7 more.
You playing at 2 on top?
We could play 2 on top. We could play 2 on top if anything. We could see how the money goes. But 2 on top, the 2 on top, nice. We could always, if we play 2 on top, we could drop a 4.5 there. Because most likely we're gonna drop a cheap midfielder in anyway.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Money here.
That's why I asked.
Yeah. All right. So let's look at the midfielders. Right? It would be nice to have Son, but I think at the moment, either if you have Kane, I think he should cover Son, because it'll be kind of hard to fit Son in his team. But if let's say we put in Son, man, that's some pressure with filling the other spots, because we still have 2 goalkeepers.
Sure. Yeah, 2 goalkeepers.
And 3 and with 2 other midfielders and a defender and a striker. So that might be some trouble. So I was talking to Vic last night, and I don't know how you all feel about this, but he's persistent on the Arsenal triple up. Yeah, so the Arsenal triple up is Jesus Martinelli, Saka. Although I like Jesus Martinelli, Zinchenko.
Mm.
Yeah. And well, you see Saka went up. Saka is 8 million now.
Yeah.
Compared to Zinchenko is 5 million. So what you all think? You all think we should put all our eggs in one basket for Arsenal against Crystal Palace? Or
That's scary, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Palace isn't necessarily. I mean, if they was playing like probably one of the promotional teams, I understand. But Palace is still a solid team. So granted, I think Arsenal would still win the game. I don't know if a triple up like that, would be beneficial.
Yeah. That's why I like the triple up of more of the Jesus Martinelli Zinchenko.
Because if you go in Martinelli, Saka, Jesus, that means you thinking that the game got real goals.
Yeah,
And all
exactly.
these players is gonna like contribute to the goals. And
Mhm.
what's the chances of that now?
Yeah. That and then if Arsenal, let's say Arsenal get hold on 0-0, which because at the end of the day it's Arsenal, right?
Yeah, all of attackers
Be
you
going,
getting
yeah,
in.
that's exactly.
So it might be safer if you're tripling up on Arsenal, it might be safer to go with at least maybe Ramsdale or as you say, as Zinchenko or one of the defenders or something.
Yeah. So let me look at that next midfield spot. Let's see any prices for midfielders these days, right? I was thinking somebody in like the 7 million spot, like but it don't have much around the 7 million mark, right? There's
I have
Coutinho.
Bernardo in my team, but because of the Barca rumors, I'm kind of wondering if he
Yeah,
may. I
same.
think he's still a professional, but because of the good season I had last year, I think he really nailed on to start. He generally is nailed on for Pep. Really rotates him. So I'm at 7 million. I like him for the opening day fix there.
But what about as remember Kevin is fit. Normally when Bernardo usually get points when Kevin not in the team because he's take up Kevin role and he's room forward and he will get be able to have more shots on target and to impact the game a little more, right? So that's the only thing I'm watching. And then I don't know if you all watch the Community Shield. City didn't look good against Liverpool at all. You could see that they're missing Jesus and Sterling. Mahrez is the outclass winger, so he in the end of the day will get done. But going forward, they just look off. Boy. I don't know, something just look weird. So I don't know what to feel about that. I actually have Mahrez in my team right now, but I really contemplated to take him out. I put someone else. But I mean, it's a joint team, so we all have to pick here. Right? So,
Jordan, give me a midfielder.
yeah, Jordan, give you a midfielder.
Hold on. What happened to like Harvey Barnes? Who Leicester playing? I don't even know. Who Leicester playing?
Leicester playing
Let's see.
Brentford.
Yeah, that's a been Brentford, that's true.
Yeah, so what happened to Harvey Barnes?
What happened to Harvey Barnes? Well,
Yeah.
because Leicester, I so I was talking to some of the corner flag boys today. They got corner flag. The Keelan and John and even Ewan. And we were all saying that we predicted that Leicester's gonna have a horrible season because the league is starting on Friday. They have no transfers. They still have a defense that's in a mess because Soyuncu is not the same player anymore. Yeah, and I guess the guy is nonsense. For fun, I'm most likely going. Well, I would say most likely, but for fun, I could go to Chelsea, which will make the defense even worse. And Martinez good, and Johnny Evans was injured. So I don't know. I just feel like Leicester assets is to stay away from this
For now.
yeah,
The
until we could
transfer
see.
window close and you could see what the team look like overall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then they also have to sell you retail amounts because he's not going to sign a new contract.
Yep.
And he
I
has
see
one more year.
Arsenal looking to move on him.
Yeah. So pressure.
What
So
about Coutinho?
I like Coutinho, but I don't know, boy. Let me tell you who I have in my team, but you might like it. I actually have an next Aston Villa asset, Leon Bailey, at 5 million. And
I see a lot of people talking about him. My concern with him was, and I ain't really followed him in preseason, but is he going to start? And then is he going to stay fit?
Well,
because this is really a problem for him.
I know the fitness is really a problem, but in preseason, he had a good preseason. So let me
Okay.
just pull up his preseason stats. I think in the last friendly they played, which was against Saturday. Yeah, against Saturday. They played their preferred lineup. So let me just show you guys. Let's share the screen. So against Saturday, they played their preferred lineup, which is, as you can see on the screen, right? So John McGinn, Cameron new signing, Douglas Luiz, the defense that we assume that will start because his name Ming's not good. And then, well, as we could see here, they played 2 on top with Bailey, and Bailey scored with Watkins and Coutinho right behind them, right? Other than that, I think he scored in he scored and assisted in against Manu. Did he score in it? No, he didn't score in that game. I think he scored in another game. Right, and he scored against Walsall. This was goal against Walsall. So in preseason, he's been on form in preseason, So at the moment, he looks like he could possibly be in the team. So that's why I have him. And then let's say he does lose a spot or he gets injured. I have money where I can move him out.
You leave a change in the bank.
Yeah. So at the moment, I have 2.5 million in my bank, which I know is a lot. Yeah. But yeah, that's my Aston Villa pick. So I don't know how the others might feel about him, but I like him to start this season. I mean, as I say, this team ain't gonna be final. We oppose the final team on Friday. But yeah. But Coutinho isn't a bad shout. Zaha isn't a bad shout. Grealish. The thing with Grealish, right? I was studying Grealish and all this earlier in the season. The thing with Grealish is I don't know if Grealish if Foden is going to take Grealish spot to start the season. Yeah,
probably.
So if he does, then that makes Jack Grealish not a nice option to pick. What you all think? What you all think about Yeah, Chrissy. Yeah. Saliba does look quite solid, but we had to wait to see if Alcatraz starts him.
I think he'll get a start, man. Trust me. I watching him play, and I think he suits Gabriel as a partner better than Ben White.
Ben White, yeah. I find so.
Much more composed, more aggressive, everything like everything you're working different than a boy.
Yeah, and then even if they stick with the three at the back,
right?
Then yeah. So we'll see how it goes. All right, well, let's go back to that midfield spot. So we think about that midfield spot. Or they want us 7 million assets. What do you want to go with? Because it's really hard right now. It's really, really tough. We all know that picking this team would have been some work.
I don't even have mine, so.
Yes, I know you said in a time. Not too sure.
All right, let me get 7 million asset first.
Yeah.
And then
we could probably always change them out or something.
Yeah. So let me so between Grealish, Zaha, let's say 7 million.
Coutinho, Bernardo. And if you want to go one up, that's 7.5. You have Sancho and Gundogan. But you know how we feel about Man U assets.
Yeah. Zaha, Barnes, Bernardo. Coutinho.
Yeah, you wanna try Coutinho as he had as he has the more favorable
More
fixtures.
favorable fixture. Yeah, we can try Coutinho.
Let me just see Zaha's on. Yeah, what's Zaha's on? Arsenal, Liverpool, and
Yeah,
and
Palace
Man
opening
Palace
fixtures are
upside.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then City. If we go with Grealish,
Barnes fixtures and all that.
I
Yeah,
mean City one is really nice until game week 10.
yep.
But
So,
the unpredictability of
that's the only
Grealish
thing.
not starting here is kind of too hard. Yeah, because you know how it goes. But they could even play Julian Alvarez in his spot. So all right. Well, then we'll go continue for now. Right, that could always change. Subject to be changed if possible. All right. So you have two more midfield spots to fill. So let me scroll down the table a little more. All right. So we reached the 6 million mark. All right. So around 6 million, we have Bruno G with Newcastle and some nice fixtures going forward. Until game week 10, they only have two bad fixtures, which is City and Liverpool. Other than that,
Good fixtures. Yeah.
yeah, good fixtures. And with Bruno, we know he second half of the season when he was brought in, he got forward a lot. Yeah, he
better.
scored goals, he assisted,
Mm-hmm.
And I think with Callum Wilson in team, because he's fit now, I think he now has someone who he could provide the ball to, so he should be able to get more assists. And then that first game against Forest is really, 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 really a really, really nice fixture. Because I was even watching Callum Wilson for that first game.
I give.
Yeah, because he would be a nice pick. So how you feel about Bruno G in the team at 6 million?
Yeah, I like him.
You like the pick?
Yeah.
Or what usage?
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, so we could go with Bruno G.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. All right, well then Bruno G in the team. All right. So now we have
Much money we had to leave?
25 million. We had to fill two goalkeepers, three other players, right?
Players.
So
You already got goalkeeper.
yeah, we had a good goalkeeper. So let me go with the goalkeeper as it's just three more spots that could possibly fill by a 4.5 or a cheaper or a little probably 5 point something. All right. So why they're showing 4 million for this? Oh, it's because I'm next page. Right. So another season, the 4.5s, they really have the good games to start off.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse. But the 5.5 is just so hard to put in your team, boy. I mean, it just.
Who I have as my keeper right now is Ramsdale.
Oh, okay. At
Because
5.
at 5, yeah, because of Arsenal nice opening run of fixtures.
Mm-hmm.
The only other person I was considering is Edison because a City nice run of fixtures. But if you see, Aki is the centre back.
Yeah. And
At
the moment, Mendy is the highest one goalkeeper.
And I don't know why. Liverpool also have some nice run of fixtures.
You know why? Because he's a premium keeper and he's 5.0 compared to the other premium keepers who's 5.5.
But I'm thinking that my logic behind that is that Chelsea basically gain a whole new defense.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would want to see how that defense plays first before I kind of really. The only reason I have Reese is because Reese is much more of an attacking, threat. So that's why I have Reese. But I'm not really looking at Chelsea assets to say, well, yeah, clean sheet. Now, like, I think it would take some time for them fellas and them to kind of get to understand each other, get accustomed to each other, and have that stability at the back. And we also still need another centre back.
Yeah.
So I would have stayed away from Mendy for now. But as you say, 5 million not bad. How much Arsenal assets we have?
We have 2. Yeah. I at the moment actually have Raya in my team. Another option is Ward because with Leicester. Even though he has Leicester, we talked about Leicester earlier on that we should be touching their assets. But Schmeichel is going to Nice. That transfer is basically done because he had his medical and whatnot today. So, and the way Brendan Rodgers talked in the press earlier this week about Ward, it sounds like Ward is going to play in the start game against Bradford. And he said that he always felt like Ward should have always been a starting keeper, but because of Schmeichel, he was kept on the team. But he said Ward, is a really good goalkeeper, and we didn't say really good, but he's a good goalkeeper, and he said he should be started for the team. So I'm thinking if Schmeichel already gone. So by those words that he said, I don't know if they eventually might replace Schmeichel, or might just keep Ward as a starting keeper. I'm not too sure. But as for now, he's at 4 million. And starting as a great pick. We don't have to have 2 starting goalkeepers.
Yeah.
But
if he's gonna start at 4 million, you can't get better than that. So you could have him as one of the keepers.
Yeah. And then if he loses his spot, we always have a next goalkeeper to the main starting goalkeeper to,
Yeah.
So yeah.
1 million.
So we all thinking Mendy, Edison, although we know how we feel about Ake. Do we want to go with Ramsdale, knowing that we could possibly fill that last defender spot with Zinchenko? What happened? Is this way? Sorry, guys. We gotta go on back in the team there. Yes, I know how that went back. We are continuing team, right? So, we just fix this back real quick. Right, so we had Trent, Cancelo, Salah, Kane, Jesus, Martinelli, Nico. Who else we had here again in this midfield spot? Bruno G.
Yeah, Bruno. And then Ward as one of the keepers.
And Ward as one of the keepers.
Right. Since you want to go Zinchenko as the Arsenal defender, we could probably go between Edison, Mendy, and Alisson as the other keeper.
All right. So you're thinking
based on fixtures, I like Liverpool fixtures a little more than Chelsea, and well, it's with City is only because they say Ake starting. That is my only concern.
Yeah. But Liverpool have nice fixtures until Game 7.
Yeah, the fixture is pretty decent. Just Man U, the third game, but other than that.
But I think the only problem is right now, I don't know how fit Alisson is because he didn't play any Community Shield. I know he was let me just check Premier injuries. Hold on. I know he was. So I know Adrian played.
Right.
So guys. So according to Premier injuries, he on the 28th was the last thing, and they say he trained. So he would definitely be in for Fulham. So all right, great. So if we want, we could go Alisson. And that will leave us with 15.5 to fill 3 spots. Right. So let's say We're going with Zinchenko. But is Zinchenko's spot? I think what's wrong with Tierney? Is he
I
injured
think
again?
Tierney's still injured. I think
Yeah,
Tierney's
he
still injured.
is.
Yeah, I seen that here. 25%. Injured Saka showing. All right, cool. So all right, well then Zinchenko could get the last defender spot, and we left with 10.5 for the other two spots. All right, so who you all thinking about for the other two? And guys, any comments after we pick the team and whatnot, we will answer your questions. All right.
You
So
want
who
to
you
have
thinking
money in
about?
bank?
Probably a 0.5, a 0.5
Nah.
just in case we had to upgrade anybody or whatnot. So let's
You could
watch
probably
that last mid spot. You think more for our last midfield spot? Yeah, we had to go for that on this year. This guy in the Chris, he said in the comments there, said Maximan is a good option for that for his game. He ain't lying.
Yeah, he is. He is.
He is. And
But we
6.5
already
was not bad.
have
We have Bruno G. We already
we
have
have
Bruno G. Yeah, and he Saint Maximan is a midfielder this season. Eh? So it would have been it's a nice shout. It's a nice shout. All right, cool. So let me go down the table. Let me see what's going on here. What's your so you're not touching Everton? We still touching Palace. And who else around that bracket?
looking for like a 5.5.
Yeah, you're looking for like a 5. Or a 5.5. So there's the Wolves boys.
Yeah,
So
Neto.
there's Neto, there's Pudens, who should actually be the striker for the first game because of thing is out. What's his name? Jimenez is out. Yeah, he's injured. So
What's
game.
Juan role been in the preseason? Juan, where he been playing?
Yeah, he ain't been playing. He ain't been playing.
Oh, okay. All right, say no more.
So the front three. So let me show you. I'm gonna show you the last game they played against Sporting. They played as I said, they played a back four now, right? So both are Hampton Wanderers. They played a back four now. The last game against Sporting, which they actually they had a next game, but yeah. The last game against Sporting, which should reflect their lineup for the weekend. Let me just share this real quick. So you can see. So the last game against Sporting, they played this lineup here. So as I tell you all, back four, because Nathan Collins coming in gave him the back four that Elijah always wanted. And this is the attacking four. So then Duncan is playing attacking midfield. Podence is at centre forward, and Neto and Morgan's game White is playing on the wing. Right, so as you see, Chang plays, but he come off the bench.
Oh, okay.
And yes, he's a midfielder this season, but he kind of went underwhelming for Wolves last season. He had his times where he scored and whatnot, but other than that, being underwhelming. So I don't know if you want to watch.
We could go with maybe Podence.
Yeah.
Since he's playing as the centre forward.
Let's watch his fixtures. The fixtures not bad enough. First two games is Leeds and Fulham. And well, they're playing against Ali's team who has new players too. Leeds fixtures are not bad either, And this guy, I know Jordan might agree.
Yes, Brendan Aronson.
Yeah, is a very good option. And watch these as you can see these fixtures until game week 10. They only have 2 hard games. And he's also 5.5, and he should be a starter And in their last game against, I know you're probably seeing this super score thing still here. Let me just show you all the before I take it off. But in their last game, which they won 6-2 against Calgary, this was the lineup. So you see Rodrigo scored a hat trick. And Rodrigo's a midfielder this season, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that too. He's a midfielder this season.
Yeah. Brian Harrison is in the tree. So I'm predicting this will be the lineup against Wolves. And we'll see Patrick Bamford is back also. So and Leeds play under Jesse Marsh. Leeds play some very nice high octane football. So at least asset might be nice. What do you all think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just share back that the FPL screen. But as I said, this is not our final for our final draft. It possibly change and we'll post it up. Right. So what you all think about I wonder how much Rodrigo is? Rodrigo is 6 million now, but you're looking for somebody 5.5 and below.
So you can go with Harrison.
So we could either go Harrison or opponents or Neto. What you all feeling about? I don't want to shoot.
Just for fixture's sake, I'll go with the Leeds asset.
You'll go with Harrison. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we have 5 million. We last for this last spot. We just gone par 4.5 at 4.5 here.
Yeah, par 4.5 D.
But it'll be nice to have a 4.5 in and around the team. That's how
We'll have Greenwood.
Yeah, I know Greenwood. I know Greenwood is one, and I know Archer is one. From Aston Villa. This guy talked about him. Gerald talked about him. He said he's going to keep him in and around the team. So that is also an option. And then, the Lap is also an option. Well, actually, no, the Lap is going to Stoke.
No.
So who you're thinking? Archer or Greenwood? Because I mean, either ain't gonna start, eh? They'll be around the team, but
it don't matter. Anyway.
I will go. We could go Greenwood. As Leeds have the nicer fixtures, and if he had to come on, it's possible that he could probably get something. So how you all like any team there? How you find the team looking?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well then, we'll show the guys this. I hope they're watching if they could watch. Let me take a screenshot first. Let me see. So I can send it to them and see how they feel afterwards. All right. So yeah. So we could call that, and we could move on to the fixtures for the first game week. We can analyze the fixtures. I hope all the listeners know that as the first part of the season is going to go a little long. Because we're going to analyze the fixtures and then we're going to take some questions. All right. So the first game is Crystal Palace Arsenal. How y'all thinking about that first game? We all watching? We all know who we watching, right? But how y'all think that first game is gonna go?
I think it's gonna be an Arsenal victory, but I don't think it'll be a clean sheet. I think it'll either be a 2-1 victory or a 3-1 victory.
Yeah, it's possible, and it's just to give you a little trick. Who knows?
Somebody said 4-2 Arsenal. Jesus brace. That sounds good.
And now that you'll say all that, Crystal Palace is gonna win 1-0.
I mean, I don't mind that. I don't like Arsenal, so me mind that. Chrissy, who is back? Is a Maniva not?
He's a big Arsenal fan.
Okay, all right. So he knows he's going to get bust up. All right, cool. One senior. All right, well, cool. Well, once we get out of the way, we know Aston gonna win. And well, for them against Liverpool, even though Liverpool not home, we know that Liverpool is gonna mash up this Fulham side.
Yep. Salah hat trick.
Boy, that's why I'm hoping for. I'm my captain right now on Twitter, on fantasy Twitter. I've seen some guys saying they want a triple captain. Yeah.
That's a very ballsy move, but it could pay off. It could pay off.
Me per se wouldn't do it.
Yeah, me either, but it could pay off.
Yeah. It could. All right, Christy. All right. I ain't know about that one, but all right. He said the biggest. He's only back the biggest club in Arsenal. All right, buddy.
The ratio ain't looking good for his 3 versus 1, eh? Just saying.
They should Chelsea fans here, brother. Right? And I'm sure Brandon's still here, and he's an ex-Chelsea fan too. Right? So yeah. So all right. Well, we know Liverpool gonna win that one. Salah should back up. I actually like if Salah wasn't available, I would actually like Luis Diaz in my team. I don't know how you feel about it.
I was just about to ask what you all think about Diaz.
Yeah.
Having a full season, and after he looked so exciting last season, I think he'll score a lot of goals.
Yeah, and then he's starting his season without Jota on his back and no money. So I'm thinking he could start off really good now, you know. So if Salah was an option, I would have put Luis Diaz in my team. I could tell you that.
Yeah.
Especially for this first game. Chrissy. All right. Anyway. All right. And well.
Score prediction. We're predicting this one. I say 5-0.
Yeah, no, but say 6.
I find that real possible, eh? That real possible. They could even get 7.
Well, it's Fulham we're talking about, you know. Them and Norwich is the same team, you know, just different.
Yeah, basically because you know promoted teams they'll actually come up to the Premier League and
try this
and they
actually
will
stay up as
they'll actually try to. I'm talking about the side of play. They'll actually try to defend. They will back the bus. But Fulham and Norwich just come to play, and I like that. Because I know for sure there's a fixture that my side or any other team could pull them away. You understand? So come play football. Get 7, get 6, get 5. I like that. Come, bring it. So I think getting 5, 6, 7-0, I think that's real possible. Right? People might say you wild, but I okay. Right? Fulham not good. Right? All right. So let's move on to Bournemouth and Aston Villa. That's a nice game, you know. I haven't seen Bournemouth play in a really, really long while. So last time I see Bournemouth play was under Eddie Howe. I mean, you know how those guys were. They were really sickening. They were basically Chelsea's and Bookie team. I mean, the time when they beat us 1-0.
Yep.
Yeah, boy. Sickening side. Anyway, but this is a nice fixture for Aston Villa, even though they are away. You know, Stevie G could start off his season with a win here. Because yes, Bournemouth, and I think I'm not too sure how Bournemouth plays now. So I'm not too sure if they will come up and want to defend. And then it's Aston Villa. It's not like they're coming up and they're playing a big team right away. They could possibly come out and try to win against Aston Villa. And they're home too. And which in turn, if they do that as an Aston Villa and then they get caught by Aston Villa, it's sure goals for Aston Villa. So what y'all think? Y'all think this is a Aston Villa win, probably a 2-1 or 3-1?
Yeah, Aston Villa win. Yeah. Might even be a clean sheet as well, possibly. Who's Bournemouth striker now?
Who else? The Chelsea Chelsea failure, Dominic Solanke. Although he had a really good season last season, eh? I think he scored over 20 goals last season in the championship.
Mitrovic does have amazing season in the championship too. Amazing seasons. Over 20 plus goals. And then
You're
come in the
right.
Premier League and he like a cat. So
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So it could possibly be a clean sheet. But then Diego Carlos mad. You understand? Diego Carlos mad. I mean, yes, in my books he's a better defender
Mings.
than Mings, but Diego Carlos mad. So who knows? He could possibly on his first game give away a penalty. But yeah, who knows? It could be a clean sheet. It could be a clean sheet. Who knows? All right. Well then, as we know that Aston Villa win, then move on to the next fixture, which we was just watching, which is Leeds and Wolves. That for me, I think it's a draw.
Yeah, I actually thinking a draw as well.
Yeah. Who's a 2-all like we see? Who's a 2-all draw with all of it? Bournemouth and Aston Villa? I'm waiting for you to get back to read it. Anyway, I think again Leeds and Wolves could be a 2-all draw, even a 1-1 draw.
1-1, yeah.
Yeah. That's highly possible. And I can't tell you who's scoring though. I really can't tell you. And you know, we touched on some Leeds and Wolves assets later on. I for one, I would like to see how Leeds look in the season, knowing that they got some new signings, and I really like. He's not really a FPL asset, but I really like Tyler Adams since he was in Red Bulls, you know. Yeah, boy, Christy, boy. Is he better than me talking about? That's what I'm saying. Diego Carlos mad. And Mings too. So we'll see how that goes. But back to the Leeds and Wolves, I think it is a 1-1. So I think we can move on from that.
Yeah.
Right. Next game up is Newcastle and Forest. But you know how I feel about this. I talked about this earlier with Callum Wilson. I really want Callum Wilson in my team.
Statement performance from Newcastle to announce that they're not here to play this season. I think they will win convincingly.
Telling you. Yeah. And Forest have real new signings. So you're not really sure who will start for Forest. So that's why other than they should start Nico Williams. I see he played all the preseason games. But they have a lot of I think they have the most signings in the league right now. I think they have like 7 signings. They signed a lot of players. Yeah. So you're not even sure who how the team going to look. But with Newcastle now, we know Newcastle should have a set team from game week 1, right? Mm-hmm. So it'll be St. Maximan, Wilson, whoever up in the right wing if it's what's his name? Can't remember his name right now, but anyway. And then in midfield will be Jolinton, Bruno G, and probably Willock, or even Sean Longstaff or whoever. And then the defense should be Target, Botman, Lascelles or Shah, and Trippier at right back. And well, next Pope in goal. So you know for
really
sure
talk
again.
about Trippier is a good shout.
Yeah,
as
true,
well.
and he's 5 million. Yeah. So we could probably revisit that when we show the team to the guys. But yeah, so Newcastle has their set team. They have a set formation. They know how they want to play. So I'm thinking a Newcastle win for sure. And well, as they say, statement win to show that they ain't come to play games there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what are you thinking? 3-1.
I don't even think Forest scores.
Well, Forest has a really exciting. Why I say one? Forest has a really exciting forward that I really like from the Bundesliga. Who came from the Bundesliga? He's a ex-Liverpool player. Taiwo Iwani. I don't know if you remember, because remember we play Bundesliga. I don't know if you remember if you ever had him in your team set.
I don't remember. Nah, I don't remember ever.
He plays for you. He used to play for Union Berlin. And
Oh,
I
okay.
think and he scored like 14 goals last season in the Bundesliga. So and he likes to play on the counter, which I'm thinking that Forrest will play, you know. So if he gets a chance, he could possibly take his chance if they play on the counter. So I said 3-1 just in case. And then
He's
even Jesse Lingard, once he starts, could find his way, to on his score sheet, who knows? But for me, it's a 3-1 win. So all right, well then we move on
Spurs.
to Spurs Southampton. Yeah. Well, you know why people this stage. Southampton trying out a new formation, and Spurs know what they are about, right? They have new signings in Perisic and Bissouma and well, along the way.
Charles.
Yeah, Richarlison, who not going to play the first game because he's suspended. And they have the front three who has been on fire at the end of the season, and what
Son.
they have the top goal scorer from last season in their team, him and Son. Once Tottenham starts well, I think Southampton might be blown out of the water,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I praying that Southampton not gonna get 9 here and then mess up the season now. At Southampton 9-0 it's always on the cards
On the
anytime during the season, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's so unlucky that they have to play Spurs in the first fixture when they're trying out this new formation, you know. It's just so unlucky, you know. But you never know. Southampton, they probably could come out and play this formation really well. But I have a Spurs win written all over this fixture, all over.
Yep.
So what you're thinking? 4-0 Spurs.
I'd say 3-0. 3-0.
And then yeah,
Yeah.
and
Kane by
um
2 and Son by 1.
and yeah. And Southampton actually has a out of position player. So they have Joe Aribo from who they bought from Rangers, who plays for them in the front too, and he's labeled as a midfielder in the game, and he's 5.5. So I'm thinking he's one to watch for the season coming, especially not for this first game, obviously.
Yeah, but moving forward.
Yeah, moving forward, he's a really nice. I don't know if you all should have seen the goal that I posted in
Yeah, I saw the goal. I saw the
Yeah,
solo
he-
goal.
yeah.
Very lovely solo goal.
Yeah, really lovely solo goal. So he's one to watch for the listeners who listening. You'll write it down. Can't say Kwan never give all your player before. But if he fail, I didn't get all of that. That
Oh,
wasn't me.
Lord.
That wasn't me.
All your players is failing notes. We might as well just not do that.
Excuse,
Wow.
Miss Calvert-Lewin. Excuse, please. You know he's up there.
Oh, wow. That is, you just get nightmares there. That's traumatic.
Yes.
No, she had Calvert-Lewin in she team when he was injured.
Where I know. I remember
I couldn't get rid of him.
she couldn't get rid of him. I would have to come and 16 years. I can't keep seeing in my team with her. How much he was 8-something million and I read nah. That'll go.
Yeah, so she can't give me no talk, right? Aribo is 5.5. If he fail, he could always bust it, right? Or he can lie on the bench, right? But yeah, let me move on to the last fixture of Saturday, which is Everton and Chelsea. Chelsea should be licking their lips at this fixture because this is Frank Lampard's Everton. Right? I see this is Frank and I'm past Everton.
For that same reason is why I am very, very nervous about this fixture. Because I know Lampard still have it in mind. And although that team doesn't play well, I don't know. Chelsea's a funny team. I seen this as a draw, or if we do win, it wouldn't be comfortable. It'd be a very nervy, maybe a 2-1 or something like that, or a 1.
Boy, you can't blow them away, boy. You can't blow them away. Don't even have a recognized striker for this game. Because Cavani was injured.
The best number 9 is injured,
actually,
yes.
No, they actually never check, but someone run down. Someone run down on the log. Right?
I don't think it's him. He could probably play Gray or one of them up in front of you.
Demario get fit. Me even see you in preseason.
Well, I don't know.
Right? And then he play that back three, right? Yeah, who that man back three is, right? I'm gonna pull up that last fixture there. So he played they played Dynamo Kiev in the last fixture, right? Which that didn't score a brace. All fine and well, and they went 3-0, right? But at the end of the day, Dynamo Kiev, right? Alright, okay, the Marigate did play, right? But here that man back three dog. Michael Keane, right? James Tarkowski and Ben Godfrey. You telling me Chelsea can run past that them Chini back there? Can a man stage?
No,
Can a man
because
run?
Lampard is our legend and they have to show him respect.
Nah,
so we're not going to win that game.
No.
I just can't see it. I'm sorry.
Mason Mount and Sterling on the score sheet, you want to win 2-0. Right? Rich James assist both. Right? I don't know who's that team. Everton is not good. Right? Let me tell you, all the squad predictions, and I shouldn't say squad prediction, all the standing predictions for the Premier League this season, Everton dead last. Everybody have Everton as 20th.
Amen.
So yeah, we didn't look too good in preseason, but at the end of the day, dog, we Chelsea. Right? I know who our back three gonna be. Right? I know who they gonna play in midfield and I know who gonna start on top. Right? I know the side dead. Right? if the listeners, if Chelsea lose this game, or they come and find me. Don't worry. I'll come and find me. I'll take in my talk. If we lose or we draw this game. I'll take in my talk. For sure. Right? But I saying Chelsea gonna win 2-0. Sterling and Mason Mount gonna score. Right?
Still, after watching Chelsea, I watched him for a while, but I think Sterling could be a very, very good asset to own in FPL.
Yeah.
It's just his 10 million, boy. Jesus, ages.
Yeah.
That price. Yeah. I'm not really a big Sterling fan, but the games against Udinese and the other games he played, he looked really good with Mason, boy. He combined it's like he and Mason played together for years, boy. I mean, yes, I know they play for England and whatnot, but how much time you go play for England a year? You know, they're looking like they're playing ball on the streets together for years, boy. Kai kind of looking out there, as usual.
He does.
But them two, that's why I think any goals should come from them. And they actually scored against Udinese. It was him and still in there. So I think that would be 2 goal scorers. If you all want Mr. Moses 8 million, you pay money in your team. Right? Don't say I still pay money in your team because I don't have in my team. But let me move on to the last 3 fixtures. Right? So Leicester Brentford. Me really want to talk about that game, man.
So much Leicester players possibly on the move. Madison, Tillemans, Fofana. So I don't know how they're gonna look in this first game. I think I seen a draw or Brentford win.
Brentford win? Possible,
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so too, you know. I think so too. And Bremo and Antonio. It's all nobody watching Tony and
No, we
Ryan and guys.
We're falling for them tricks two seasons in a row.
Let me tell you, I have Ryan my team,
I still waiting to catch Tony slipping on the ends.
All right. Well, I move on to our next fixture I don't want to talk about, which is
Big
Man U and
team.
Brighton. Big team Man U.
Manchester United fans that watching, do you all know if Ronaldo is gonna start or not? You know, it'd be nice to get a little heads up. What's going on?
He can start no way. Start my foot.
Hey. But this is an interesting fixture. If I was to pick a Man U asset, I'd probably say I like Sancho or Bruno. Other than that, I don't really Martial had a good preseason. If you're convinced that he would start, you can take a chance on him. Bruno would always be Bruno.
It's true, but Bruno ain't look good in preseason at all. Why? He ain't look. I shouldn't say he ain't look good. He just was not amongst the goals or the assists. You know. But at the end of the day, Bruno is Bruno. But I like Sancho. Actually, one of our co-hosts, Mr. Nathaniel Singh, Nats, he actually has Martial in his team. He said 7 million Martial is still a deal.
I was telling some Bridget that they was laughing at me. They were saying, "Yeah, well, make sure you prevent your team." But I kind of agree. If he's starting and he looking so confident, he playing so hard, you could probably get Martial from back in the day, who was, you know, the silent assassin. You never know.
Sure what I want, man. Sure what I want.
You never know. Sancho gaining teeth. Sancho looking dangerous. It's just that they really have that creativity, you know, from.
I, for one, will be staying away from Man U, right? And Brighton, who like to give Man U thunder, I see it from them, brother. Especially in this verse fixture. You know? Yeah. So, but Man U could possibly win. I'll get them on 2-1. If Cristiano plays, he should pull them out. He should pull them out. All right. Well, last fixture before we move on to questions is Man City, West Ham, Man City away. Well, we know we talked about Man City earlier in the show with in terms of their assets and their fixtures and whatnot. This should be a tough game for them. We didn't even talk about West Ham assets, even though they play in City. But it would have been nice to have Gerard Bowen in our team, but at 8.5, Jesus Christ,
too expensive. Too expensive.
I think at 8.5, he'll have to guarantee at least a goal or assist every 2 games. Yeah. So he have to give us a goal or assist in every 2 games, and I don't think that. Yes, he had a great season last season, but I don't think he could pull it off again. I mean, he could prove me wrong, but I don't think he could pull it off again. You know.
After City, the fixtures kind of okay up until Gameweek 5. That's But if I were to go for a West Ham asset, I'd probably go for like a Benrahma or somebody else who a little cheaper and could probably get the same result.
Yeah, probably what's this guy name? Was he not attacker on top there? Fornals, yeah. He's not a bad pick. But for City, well, we talk about City assets, and we don't know, other than Haaland and Diaz and Cancelo and these guys, we don't know who else going to start now. You know, and well, KDB is a great shout, but KDB too expensive. So
if I was to predict City starting 11, I'd say Walker, Diaz, Ake, Cancelo, Rodri, KDB, and Bernardo in midfield. Foden, Haaland, and Mahrez on top.
And Mahrez. It's possible. That could possibly be the lineup for Sunday. It's very possible. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right. So we think about that
What
for
about what
3-1
about
Man City.
Susek from last season? Nobody running in on Susek again, or however you pronounce his name. 5.5 scoring goals from midfield. What I tell yourself.
Brother, give me a chance now.
Hey.
Give me a chance now, G. Right? Probably later on in the season, if he doing that, then fine. But not right now. Not right now. Not right now. Give me a chance. All right. So what we thinking? 3-1 City?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 26 minutes ago, Nice signed Kasper Schmeichel for
Oh.
1 million. For 1 million. Yeah, now price? 1 million.
Wow.
Wow.
It's almost as if they give him away. Yes.
Yeah, basically. Oh well, anyway. So 3-1 to City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
She said you're right on it. I mean, we'll all love for City to lose, right? Because they're too damn sick.
Yes.
But yeah. So yeah, for that, let's get back. Here are some questions. Actually, do we have questions?
I
Or we
think
can end the
I
show?
saw one from somebody asking about
Oh
Haaland
yeah.
versus Kane.
Luis Diaz versus Rabo and Neto versus Bailey. Well, we already touched on Haaland versus Kane. We like Kane more than Haaland, just because Kane know his how to play in his team. Haaland still has to kind of figure out how to maneuver in a City team, because it's totally different from how he used to play in Bundesliga, where he would run behind or he pick up with the ball and run with it. It's not like that anymore. He has to be more into the game. So we'll see how that goes. So as for that, Kane is the pick for us. Sage, take the Luis Diaz and Rabona.
That's an interesting one, especially for the first fixture, because I believe Poole will get a clean sheet, and then Robo has that opportunity to get clean sheet points plus assist points.
Mm-hmm.
But just because of Diaz, kind of, if you already have Salah in your midfield, I will go with Robo. If you do have Salah, then I'll go with Luis Diaz.
And a lot of people actually contemplating to not go with Salah, you know? A lot of people. Yeah, I saw a lot of teams that don't have Salah, and I was like, wow, against Fulham, boy? Nah, boy. And I pure madness.
No, but I remember Bridging, right? Last season, I was teaching him about the whole ownership thing, right? And he didn't have Salah, and he was like, nah, I got to make up that points. This season, you know, he telling me make sure I have Jesus in your team, because Jesus owned my 70-something% of the fantasy. Same man who last season was trying to convince me that he didn't need Salah in the team. So, I mean, you all could choose to go against the majority, but if the majority right, you will be left in the smoke.
Yeah,
you will. Yeah, you will. All right, so that is Robo with Luis Diaz. All right, so Neto versus Bailey. Well, I can't even ask Jordan, because she not even sure about her team at the moment, and she's like, why everybody have Neto in your team?
I mean, if I had to pick one, it'd probably be Bailey. You know, I could still answer the question.
All right. So we're going with. Well, I mean, I like Bailey over Neto too. Or I have both in my team. But yeah. So all right, guys. Do we have any other questions, or that should be it? We can wrap up there, because I ain't seen nobody ask no questions. Like, nobody wanna ask questions. So I guess you could call that a show there. Looking at it, I'm on 119 minutes. Not too bad, man. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great start to the season. hoping we do too. And yeah, all the best.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Come on.
Later.
Bye.
You coming out time.